And I'm Kim.
Glad you're joining us today to talk about our stitching and other stuff. We so today is the day before New Year's Eve. We're ending 2023 really soon.
How?
I know. And so here if you were looking for a video from us, it is being uploaded as we record this, and we recorded it a few weeks ago. But there was a snafu, and then I didn't get back to re-uploading it till today because Christmas crazies. We had some family out of town. Of course, you know all the things that are fun when you have kids. But it's uploading, so you'll get almost 2 for 1 this week. You'll get 2 for 1 this week.
2 for what? We are not doing a whip parade like everybody else seems to be doing.
No.
We kind of are, because I'm working on whips most of the year, but
I mean, I wrote down all my whips. I felt pretty proud of making a whole whip list. You want to see? It's not that long. Just 31, which is a lot more than I used to ever do.
I think I've got like over 75.
No, I'm sure you do.
At least.
Mine are pretty big.
What I need to do, and what I have kind of done, is whittle down like the whips that I don't really care about right now and won't probably work on. And I've kind of moved them aside, and so in my drawers back there are the whips that I still want to stitch, and the whips in my basket, and yeah, whips over there and whips over there, and here a whip, there a whip, whip for you, the whip.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I like looking at other people's whip parades. I just feel like if I did a whip parade of my whips, it would just be boring. I don't know why.
It wouldn't be any more boring than anybody else's.
But I don't think theirs are boring. That's the thing. I think
well, maybe this is I think our 147th video. So maybe for our 150th we should do a whip parade. Or like a half a whip parade. Like we could each do 30. Which is a whip parade for me and half for you.
Yeah, I can pick out my 30 favorite whips.
Yeah. A fly buzzing around behind me?
I don't know. We've had flies up until just recently. It just hasn't gotten, I mean, it's been cold, but they don't die.
If you're new watching us, we are a mother and daughter, and then my kids often come share. I just have one, Millie, our faithful crafter. Over in a minute here. And I'm in Washington State, so we record on Zoom because Mom is in Indiana now. So what we did on Zoom before too, because we were on separate sides of Washington.
Yeah, I was in Seattle and she was in Yakima. Look it up.
We've been floss tubing since 2020. Like I said, I think we're on episode 147. I think this one is 147.
And we kind of went down to every 2 weeks, but it's been really more hit or miss since October, since I moved. But hopefully now.
I'm thinking that it should be easier. We're done with a lot of the crazy activity.
Yeah, you had a lot of fall dance stuff, and I was unpacking. So hopefully we'll get settled back down into every 2 weeks, because then we felt like we had a little more progress to show. And because Sarah was busy, raising 3 girls, and I have my dad living with me and my husband. He's got Alzheimer's. If you're new here, you don't know that. And he's been challenging lately. So it just felt good to knock it down to every 2 weeks.
I miss doing it every week, honestly, but the editing, I think, was just getting to be stressful and overwhelming too. So having to go to every other week feels more manageable. Just a little more time. Just because I feel like if I do get to sit down, I don't want to edit videos. I want to stitch. So
yeah, well, I get that.
I was like, I have to edit or I have to stitch tonight, and then I would just want to stitch. So every other week it's been.
Try to make it so you don't have to do so much editing.
Well, yeah, and it's really not too much. It's just the mental, like, okay, now I need to go do this thing.
Yeah.
We do not have a featured friend this week because I think we're all caught up. But if you're watching and you have or haven't ever sent us a video of something you're working on or something you've finished, we would love for you to email us a picture and the details of your project. And we love to share those along with what we're doing and working on, because it's fun. And we really started doing floss tubing because we wanted to enter into the online stitching community that is so lovely. So we love
and it's been fun to see different things stitched. Mm-hmm. There's so much variety out there. I felt really bad about I mean, it did feel really bad, but I mean, I kind of felt bad because there's an online community that we'll talk about probably later, but that we joined on Facebook, and some people were uploading pictures of what they were working on. And this one gal said, "Oh, I'm not going to upload my projects because I'm kind of new and mine looks like a child did it."
Oh no.
And I was and I said, "Oh no." I said, "You should definitely show us what you're working on. And, it's part of your journey. We've all been there."
Yeah.
And, so anyway, I hope that made her feel better because we don't want anybody to feel bad about their stitching.
No, it's
And
a hobby. You should do
a
the
hobby.
level that you're at, and it should make you happy.
Yeah.
No matter what.
And we've had people that send in things that mostly stitch on Ada, or then we got Linda Bazarski who stitches on like 600 count,
I know.
or like,
Oh, we do have one from Linda. I just remembered.
oh,
I'm going to save it for next. We'll save it for
Okay.
our next video because I haven't pulled it up and
pulled it up yet. Okay, so next week you'll get to see
we do
some
have
of Linda's
one. So next time we record, we'll have a featured friend from Linda. Linda, if you're watching, I got it, and I'll message you too.
Okay,
Keep
so
up
there you go. But we've got a wide variety, and you do you, right? I mean, there's no police, there's no stitching. And I just felt really bad for this gal, so I thought I'm going to comment. And some other people said the same thing. Oh, no, like, we're here to cheer you on or to help you if you have a question or yeah. So anyway, that is
Now I said I feel like I need to look for that thing from Linda just to make sure. Okay, I'm gonna there we go. Save a picture of it so I remember where I can find it. Sometimes she sends it on Instagram, sometimes she sends it on Facebook. So got it.
Okay, next week, Linda, or 2 weeks, Linda.
Yeah, next time we record. We had a really good Christmas here. Lots of fun. Lots of food. And we're still going, huh, Millie? Christmas goes till January 6th now in our house. So, woohoo! We're taking a long break from school. Today's the 30th, and we're not going to start this week. We're going to take another whole week off school. But I told the girls if there's a lot of bickering or complaining or fussing, they're going to get to have some school assignments during the week. Not as punishment, but because it shows me that they need something to occupy themselves.
And we had company for 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks today. My son Andrew and his wife and little Junie came, and 2 weeks was nice because I felt like we really got to spend time. I hadn't seen them for quite a while. And and my work closes from Christmas Eve until the day after New Year's. You have the option to work, like therapists can see clients, and they just don't guarantee there's any admin support because admin can take the time off. And so my department is the insurance department. We all pretty much took the week off. So it was nice. I think I figured out I'll be off like, I don't know, 14 days or something like that, all counting the weekends. But I'm not going back. Most people are going back on Tuesday, but I'm not going back until Wednesday.
Oh, I
took an extra day. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I actually, I just decided I've got to use up my PTO because my job will end in April. Hopefully it ends sooner because I'm interviewing for jobs. Kind of interviewing. I've had one phone interview, and I have another phone interview on Tuesday when I'm off, and then I have another job lead through a family member. So hopefully I'm kind of counting on that one, but who knows? Anyway, when you leave a job and you've got a lot of PTO saved up, when you've been there 18 years and you don't use it all every year, they don't cash you out full price. So I'm going to be taking some long weekends. I'm going to be adding some Mondays onto my Friday, Saturday, Sundays to use up some of that time. I thought, I owe myself that. So
yeah,
I just decided to go back on Wednesday. It made things a little stressful because, of course, my schedulers were scheduling kids start on the 2nd. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, their scripts hadn't come back by the time because I stopped working on the 20th. Mm-hmm. So I quit 3 days earlier than some people did. Mm-hmm. And I just said, well, you might have to push this appointment out. I did work for 2 hours yesterday and just went through my fax queue to see if a few of those scripts came in. Mm-hmm. And they had, so I was able to quick send out an email, kids good to go. and then I logged off and I'm done. So I thought, yeah, I'm kind of at that point where I'm kind of starting to not really care that much.
Yeah.
I mean, I do care. I mean, I'm doing my job, but I'm not stressing about stuff like I would if stuff doesn't get done, not because I'm not doing my job, but because other people aren't doing their part. I'm just like, so sorry. I don't have to do your job for you.
Yeah, right.
I can just sit on this. So anyway, so I had a long vacation and I did get a little stitching done.
Good. I got a lot done, just on only a handful of projects.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say I stitched on a ton of things, but
yeah. Who wants to go first?
Yeah. Okay. Do you have any finished objects? I have a we got to do Millie.
Well, you can go you can do your finish and then we can do me. I don't have.
I actually had this done in time to show last video and I forgot to
show your
because I finished this before Thanksgiving. Okay. This is one that I've been working on for a couple of years. I call it Thankful Trees.
Oh, you finished it.
Yeah. Cute. I just had back stitching and the birds to do.
Cute.
Back stitching was not all that easy.
No.
On this linen. Yeah. Now I have words to do too, but I do love it. That color's not coming out real good, but
no, they're a little brighter in person.
Yeah, but I do love it. And the back stitching really made it.
Yeah.
Those birds are stitched over one and they are not well done.
Oh, well, they look good.
Not focusing.
Here.
I mean, they're good enough. They're good enough for here.
Congratulations.
So I had to finish. So hopefully I could get it in a frame before next fall and I can put it up. Yeah. It was so close.
I know.
That was like a piece that I should have just had be my 25/7 piece a long time ago and just worked on it. But I did have to do, I had to do a bunch of French knots.
You did have to?
Mm-hmm.
You still do?
All those little red bits. I did. Those berries. French knots.
Oh, cute.
Some are good. Some are not so good. Some I don't really care.
Yeah. I said Millie could show a previous finish that I meant to get framed this year. And I brought it to town, but I didn't get to Hobby Lobby to look for something. And anyways, you wanted to show it.
Oh.
But next year it'll be framed. I'm going to show
Okay. You got to scooch down so we can see your face.
I finished this last year.
Oh, that's right.
I really, really wanted to frame it this year, and I just did not get to get a frame.
That was a pumpkin frost. Is that a
order one on Amazon and have it come rather than
what was this? What was this?
It's frosted pumpkin. I don't remember the pattern, but she did a really, really good job. And you dyed your own fabric, right? Yeah.
Yes, that was such a cute pattern. I think you liked it because I think you liked stitching all those little motifs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you like motifs, don't you? Yeah. We should probably look for another one like that for you. Maybe your stitching magic will come back. You get a motif.
Oh, I think Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery has a ton of those cute little patterns with.
Maybe I just need more.
I've got like nursery rhyme ones and fairy tale ones.
She just doesn't want to stitch. Well, so she has, she's been doing some knitting, partly for gifts and stuff, but also she just doesn't want to stitch, which is fine.
But I'll come back.
You like stitching. You like stitching. But nothing is really grabbing her right now. So maybe you need a new project. Maybe you need a frosted pumpkin.
You guys should go look at Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery at their cute little samplers.
Yeah, we should. I bet we could find.
I have a woodland one. It's little squares and they're little woodland animals that I bought from them a long time ago. It's really cute.
We'll look at their patterns maybe after we're done recording.
I should send that to you. I should find it and send you a picture and see if you like it.
Yes, but not right this second because we're recording. Okay, show what you made.
I made these leg warmers.
Your leg warmers?
That I was working on.
This is a different. She made a pair like this for a friend, and then she made these for Rosie. But I think there's a back stitch, so I need to go in and on this one. So there's kind of a hole, so I need to. But isn't that yarn pretty? It's very simple.
What you gave Rosie for Christmas?
And then
it's one of the things she gave.
A couple of my friends knit me.
So, what's this? So
these are my presents that somebody made me.
So somebody else made her leg warmers. Who made you these?
Harper.
It's one shorter than the other. Yes. Why did
just a couple rows shorter. Oh well, scrunch it up.
That's all right. That's all right. They're just leg warmers. These are so cute though. Are these crocheted or knit?
They're knit. No, they're not.
These
They're
are
crocheted. No, they are not. I don't know.
Well, they're like knit.
Part is knit and part is crocheted.
Oh yeah, she did do it.
They're hand warmers.
Oh, let's see them. Hold them up.
They're from her friend London. These are all the rage right now.
Cute.
So those are, yeah, I think the hand part is crocheted and the cuff is
Mm-hmm.
knit.
Did you get anything in your stocking?
No.
No. Those are cute. I've never seen
There
anybody
might be something
incorporate.
special coming. That's
Oh.
as one of
Sorry.
the days of Christmas. They get presents every day until the 6th.
Just one present.
So there might be something coming that I saved. Oh no, well thankfully it's not on the stitched part. Very nice. Yeah, we'll have to look at Frosted Pumpkin.
That's fun when your friends are all doing the same kind of handcrafts. You have that to
Oh.
share. Saw somebody, who is it? Janet Jabber, I think, is doing, it's a I think it's a fairy tale stitch along where they're releasing parts last year.
Right?
Yeah.
Those might be a mystery stitch along. If it doesn't
Yeah.
have the pattern, it's probably when you stitch
And
it.
Steph makes all the things, did that adorable
Yeah, she did do a cute
one from them with the little, the Halloween one was so cute.
one.
I was going to look for that one.
Yes, that one was really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. So
Cute.
cute.
All right, you want me to go first? I only have a few things.
Okay, you go first.
Okay. You can look, but you have to look quietly. I did do some work on this stocking, and this is going to be one of my big goals to finish this year. I said that last year too, but I really mean it this year.
Really mean it. Really doing it.
Because I had stitched, if you'll remember, I stitched Jessie one, and then my needle is like through multiple layers of fabric here. Just a second. I stitched Jessie a matching one, the companion stocking.
Yes.
And he's like, "Where's my stocking? Why isn't it finished yet?" It's like, because I'm still working on mine. I suppose I could finish. So I did like all this up here, and I finished.
Just thought I don't think it's just random.
No, it's a little more. Mine's a little more boring to work on, actually, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because actually, it will get better. It's a little more variety now. I got the like very patterned trees done, and now everything else is a little bit more varied. So I did this section that's all like repeating.
Yeah.
And the top, those are all different. The bottom.
Yeah.
Then I'll probably feel a little more excited to work on it. Again,
Gonna be gorgeous.
I don't know why I haven't wanted to, because I do like working on it.
Well, if you look at, did you put it on your Bringo for motifs?
I did. I did. Actually, I don't think I did this one for motifs, but I might change it now that I'm thinking about it. This would be a good one. Did something else for motifs that I didn't really feel like I really wanted to work on. No, I can't remember. I'll have to look at it later. So that's one thing I did a little bit of work on. Well, a decent amount of work. And then I also, it's all Christmas. I stitched all Christmas this month. I have this shepherd's bush.
Cute.
And it's almost done, but I realized after stitching that I made a mistake in the color, and so now I have to frog. So I'm the last square, which is the present down there. Yeah. And I misread the color substitute. Well, I substituted out some colors.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to do the purple. So instead of doing purple letters, I did red. And for some reason, I made a mistake, and the present ribbon should be red, and I started doing it brown. So that will not be hard to rip out and fix, but
oh, that looks pretty quick.
I was kind of bummed. But I also stitched the tree was not done yet, and then I on the other square. That's the one. Yeah. Yours looks better on the blue, I think. And then I worked on this Barbara Anna that you had given me, the little sampler, Christmas Joy.
Oh yeah, I've always loved that one. I don't know why I didn't like stitching it.
I know. Well, you did it on really tiny fabric. That's probably why.
That might have been it.
Over one.
Over one? Oh,
I
that's
did
why.
One on, I'm guessing 32. I think this
Are you just picking up where I left off?
Yeah, you had just done the reindeer. when you
Yeah,
make.
so you're just using the same piece that I did, yeah.
Yes. Yep.
I just wanted it to be little and dainty.
It is dainty and little. The white is hard. I had to, that snowflake, I had to
Yeah.
use a magnifier, which I don't usually, just partly because the white doesn't show up really bright on this.
Yeah.
It looks, I mean, you can see it better actually on the camera than when under my light, I can see it, but I made a mistake and just fudged it. I was like, no one's going to be able to tell.
Snowflakes can be a real pain.
And this one was just really like irritating because I think the white was just hard to see.
Yeah, maybe that's why I didn't like. Maybe I felt like the white wasn't showing up, and it was too
showing as
small.
well as I'd like, but it's okay. It's still cute.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
It'll be fine.
I think when it's all done. And then the thing I made the most progress on is my January, my Santa. Oopsies, sorry. Didn't mean to do
Come
that.
along, he's so cute.
And in the last video that you'll maybe have watched before this, I asked for opinions on what colors to do his beard because I don't want to do it yellow. So if you have DMC recommendations, I would love them. I'm using, so the white in his robe, like this lining, is like 3865 with 169 is the gray. So I think I'll use those two colors in his beard.
Yeah.
Now that I'm actually looking at that, there is no white that, oh, there's his hat that butts up to it. So how do I want to differentiate his hat from his beard?
Where?
Maybe his hair is going to be a tone of gray.
Yeah.
And I guess those stripes will differentiate the beard. But everything else other than this, everything else will be fine. There's no other. Maybe I'll just make his mitten a different color.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
I don't think I stitched that. What color will I do his mitten? Maybe he'll have a gold mitten.
Yeah.
Color of those reindeer. So let me take the hoop off. So you'll see where I'm at. I have not stitched his little glove. So yeah, I think I'll do his glove gold and his beard grays and whites. Look how far.
Oh. Yes.
Yeah, I'm really happy with it. It's turning out really cute.
It's really cute. He's going to be adorable.
Yeah.
It's such a rich robe that he's got on, and
I know.
yeah.
I'm missing a couple colors. I think that this color must have, I don't know where, it might be in the car. Maybe it fell out in the car. I need to go look. I probably have this color, but I don't have 169, which is the fill-in gray. So right now it's the white. I think I need to go to Hobby Lobby or somewhere. Probably Hobby Lobby.
Show the picture of his bag again.
Oh yeah, I love this bag.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You know, his sack is so
Wow.
pretty. So I'm
So what are
working.
you going to do? Are you going to keep working on him, or pull out your January piece?
I'll work on him until the 31st, and then I'll pull out my last year's January piece. Which
Yeah.
I'm excited to see again because I got pretty far on that snowman last year.
That's right. Can you believe it's been a year?
I know, it's cool. Makes me happy to be visiting these pieces again. Like I liked every single one of them a lot, and I'm excited that I decided to just do those.
That worked out well.
Well, not. Yeah, I'm excited to do
Worked
that.
out well for you.
Yeah, some months I made a lot more progress than others, but overall I made a pretty decent amount of progress on all of them, except for maybe September or October. Yeah, October I didn't get very much done.
Yeah.
I think September I got not as much done as I wanted to, but more done than I thought I was gonna.
Yeah. Well, that's when school starts up again and everything starts up. And
I think in October, I just didn't have the fabric that I wanted until later. I just didn't have a chance to buy it or money to buy it or something. I don't remember why, but yeah, I'm really happy that, excuse me, I have all those projects. So that's 12 whips coming straight back onto my list already. And that's everything I worked on. Other than some hand knitting secret. Other than a little hand knitting thing.
I stitched on a few things, a few more than what you did, but not as, but some of them I did more on than others. And I might have shown this one last time. I can't remember. I probably have not worked on her, but I'm just going to show her. So she's one of my, she's going to be one of my Year of Whips with Melanie Watkins group. But I want to get her done this year. And it's also going on my Whip Warriors group that Sarah and I joined, but I might have worked on her. I don't know if I showed her after I did all that bottom
You
ruffle.
did. Yeah, I don't think you had done that yet.
Yeah,
You did her
so
hair or something the last time you showed her.
she's coming along.
Yep.
Somebody said, "Oh, I don't think she's going to take very long." She takes longer than she looks because there are several blends.
Mm,
Well, there's one blend, but it's this in her arm. This is a blend, and blends just always slow me down. And like all of this is going to be whisper,
mhm.
and then she's got beads. And and yeah, look at those wings.
Yeah, it's a lot of stitching.
Yeah, I know some people stitch her without her wings, but I'm going to do her wings because I have all of them. I have the Easter Fairy because this was a limited series kits that came out in 2005, I think. This one came out in 2005. Now, I don't know if they're kitted up anymore. This I did get as a kit from one of your siblings for Christmas one year, but I think I just have patterns for the other ones. But I have Thanksgiving Harvest Fairy that I was working on, and she has wings, so that I'm just going to do the wings, so they all have their wings.
Yeah, makes sense.
But I'm not looking forward to that whisper. Whisper, and I don't get along. Then I really dropped the ball. So this last year, one of my goals had been to work on my seasonal Quakers each season, and it was supposed to be 2 hours a weekend. So it'd be like 8 hours a month. And I dropped the ball on autumn because we were in the middle of moving. And then December 1st should have started my winter Quaker, and I did not start it until just recently. So it's not getting a full month's worth. And I haven't done a ton, but I did work on it. And I'm basically working right in that one.
The white one?
This one.
Oh, okay.
It's not coming up.
This is winter?
Yeah. And I'm a little bummed because, first of all, you can't see them very well, but there are a ton of little backstitch snowflakes.
Yeah.
And Carolyn Zook finished this last year, and she used she either used rather than one thread, she either used 2 or she used all 3 Valdani threads, probably 2. I don't know, for her snowflakes, and they pop out more. I started off doing some of them with some can't really tell, with some Kreinik.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling you were kind of
And
regretting.
I'm not doing that anymore. So either I'm going to rip those out and redo them without the Kreinik. She said, obviously, if you use more threads, you're going to run out, but I wish I'd done that. But so really, all I really did was some of this here. I'm filling in this triangle there.
Really pretty.
It's looking kind of washed off. It's 9:30 at night here, and I do not have good light in here. I should have got my wing light. But anyway, so he is gonna stay out for January and February.
Yes.
And then another one that that's on my, I probably won't, I would love to start it and finish it now this year, but I don't know if I will. But it's the Love Abide by Lottie Daw that I bought at Shepherd's Bush, and I'm using their conversion. And it says, "In our home, let love abide and bless all those who step inside." And it's on 36 count, which is a little 36 count linen, which is tricky. It took me, so I started it this month, and I have gotten In Our Home done.
Oh, cute.
This little sucker, I ripped that thing out probably 10 times.
Well, I ripped out the entire bag outline of Santa's bag the other day. So yeah,
I think because it's on linen and I was off a thread or something multiple times. So this one went much better. So I really would like to get this done this year, but 36 count, I can do it, and I like it. It's just challenging. I can't imagine doing 40 count.
Yeah.
Unless it's 40 count even weave, I guess maybe, I don't know. No, I think it's linen.
Yeah, I think so too.
But this is all their converted colors to Plastic Color Works in, I think, weeks and stuff like that. Okay, then I also worked a little bit on my Advent Sal. This one is slated to get done this year. So you'll see this a lot because I'm going to plug it into every prompt, every challenge I can find a way to prompt to put it in. Take the needle out. So it's getting bigger, so it's harder to show. This piece of fabric is way bigger than it needs to be, but so it's my Advent Sal. So since I last saw you,
Yeah, you did a lot.
had I finished the cardinal before we recorded last time?
Can't remember.
You might see it in the video that comes up before today. Okay.
Yeah, I think you had, because you had just started the one down on the left.
Okay. So I finished the kitty cat.
Oh,
I finished this angel.
Nice.
And this is a snowflake ornament.
Oh, it's pretty.
So it's coming along. I'm still in love with it. So that's a good sign. I'm not tired of working on it.
Good job.
And like I said, I'm going to try to get it in there as much as I can because my goal is to have it done by next Christmas.
I think you're more than a quarter of the way through. Well, I don't know, are any of the squares particularly large?
The last one.
5 or whatever is large. Yeah. So you're probably a quarter of the way through, maybe ish.
Show you the picture.
Did they text me?
Yeah, there's a big the bottom of it is a big
Yeah, that's right.
sleigh. Where's my pattern piece? My pattern cover piece. There it is. That's the last square.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe you're not a quarter of the way through.
No, and I'm working on.
You've gotten far.
I'm working on this one.
Okay. Maybe a sixth of the way through.
Yeah, maybe. A little gingerbread house, isn't it?
Cute.
Some of them are easy, some of them are a little longer.
Mm-hmm.
I like the ornament ones though, but there's a lot of white on this piece.
Yeah.
White. But that, I tell you, that cardinal square, I just love I love it. And I love the
candle one. The candle one's my favorite, I think, so far.
Carolyn, you really should have put yours away. You really should be working on it longer. Carolyn restarted hers this year too.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Her goal isn't to have it done this year, I don't think. But there's some this is by Crocetta Gogo, and she's got some other beautiful pieces that I would love to stitch, but I told myself I couldn't stitch any till I finished that one. I also really want to start "And a Forest Grew" by Rosewood Manor. But I told myself I can't start that until I finish my Seasons of the Trees. And currently I am working, so I started at this side. I'm working in, where am I working in? I'm working like here. So I've done all of this.
Okay.
I'm just getting ready to start autumn. Autumn, I think, is right here, and then winter is here. But anyway, I'm getting there, and I think I am going to do the border. I've toyed with it. I'm just going to flip it so that the bottom border is not upside down. But so what I've done, I'm on the bottom. No, I'll just hold it up. So it's little.
Wow.
I think I did this tree and I've done this tree.
Is that all the way to the bottom before the border there? That's not half.
Pretty much, yeah. That one, yeah. Yeah, so that's as low down as it'll go.
Yeah, pretty.
And I have to finish that. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot more to do. Hold on a second. Let me hold it up this way. So it's like, whoops, that's not the right side I want to show. So I think here is the end of a page. So I have some fill in to do, some words to do, and more words, and then that'll be done. And then I'll start back up above at the second half of this tree. So I'm right. Did you find one?
He's found a few.
I've done half of this tree.
Okay.
So I've got this much to do. Anyway, I love it. But I really love that, and a forest grew. And several people that I follow are stitching that one. And I have it. And I got the alternative words for the middle from Lindy Stitches. So I'm glad about that. And this one is going to be on my with boards this year because I want to get this done. It was the Doreen Jones stitch along, mystery stitch along that she did. Freebie. She's so generous.
I know.
And it's adorable.
And I just for one of the Bringo prompts for a gift.
I think I pretty much finished that. And then I finished all the background stitching in that bigger one. It's all filled in. Oh, I think I have a few white snowflakes to put in there.
Nice. Cute.
Yeah, but there's like, I don't know, 4 other squares to do and the whole border, but it's doable. It's not hard stitching, and I'm doing it on Ada, so it's easy. So that is my goal, is to have that done this year for next Christmas. And then the last thing I really worked on, and I worked on this quite a bit because I just am in love with it. It's out of a book. It's out of a book that Sarah did Christmas ornaments for her girls out of. It's a French designer. And it's a lot of little motifs. And so I am stitching this little vignette of these 3 little kids getting the Christmas tree. And I started it this month, and this is how far I am.
Cute.
So she's the little girl, and here's the beginning of the little boy. Yeah. And the other little kid is over here. She's looking at the other little kid. That tree was something.
Yeah.
It's 3 colors of green, and it's a lot of confetti.
Yeah.
And you want to make sure you've got it right so that your kids fit in there right.
Right.
So far, so good. So this is going to also be on my whip boards to get finished because it should be easy to finish. So that's pretty much all I think I pretty much stitched on this last month.
Very good.
I don't remember what I showed last time, but
I know I need to.
And I'm really kind of not wanting to put my Christmas stitching away yet.
Yeah, I probably will.
Kind of loving it.
I'm enjoying still working on my stuff.
Okay, I'll go first with my haul. Well, my Christmas haul. Well, first of all, Sarah gave me Winter Woods ABC kit from Alicia Paulson. You know that we've always loved her and her little cutesy. I'm sorry for the glare, but I haven't taken it out. It's a kit, but it's.
I know. I love that one.
Did you you haven't stitched this one yet, have you?
Oh, Adam.
I haven't stitched that one. No. Nope. I love that one. So cute. I think she took motifs out of that. Well, like those boots. Or to something else.
Yeah. But it's a kit. So she must have re-released some of the kits because this pattern is from 2012. So I think I did see that she last year did do some of her older kits.
Yeah, I kind of remembered she was re-releasing some.
Yeah, she should because they're adorable.
I know. And it's nice to kit because then you don't have to buy a million trillion DMCs.
Yeah, because her pieces do have a lot of DMC. So I got that from Sarah. And then I had asked for this Thea Governor kit on my list this year for my family, and my husband bought it for me.
Pretty.
Isn't that gorgeous? I have a couple others of hers on black that are tulip or flower bulbs, but I just loved that. But and it's on Ada. So it'll be nice. I think it's on Ada. Yeah, it's on Ada. And then when he was poking around, he found this one for me because he really loved it. And it's not on black, it's on white, and it also was on Ada, and it's hydrangeas because
that's pretty.
The house we left in Kent had beautiful hydrangeas planted by the previous owner, and those things just lived forever. I think there were 4 and I lost 1 a few years ago, but so he loved that one. So he bought that one for me. So that was my Christmas haul this year. And then a lovely viewer, I won't say who because she didn't really say I could or couldn't, but she was at a retreat and they had a freebie table.
Aw.
And she sent me Bountiful Dreams by Barbara Ann Designs.
Oh, how fun. You love Barbara Anna.
I love Barbara Anna. So thank you, viewer. You're very sweet. She messaged me and said, this is sitting here. Would you like it? And I said, yes, I would.
So sweet.
So there's actually 2 Barbara Annas on my whip board this year. Not Whip Go, but Whip Warriors. Madam Butterfly and Garden of Dreams. And then
I don't have a board. Am I supposed to have a board put together for?
no, I just album.
Oh,
I just
okay.
made an album as a placeholder. I'm not going to show this one until after you show yours. But then I forgot to show last month's, and then I got this month's Cotton and Twine, my international kit that I love so much. The one that I got first, I don't think I showed last time. Maybe I did. Did I show this last time? This was my October piece.
No, that one. Yeah, no, I don't think you showed it. Oh,
Is that not cute?
really cute. That's cute.
Glosses,
All the finishing
fabric. And then it came with the dowel and it came with these little snowflake ornaments.
Oh my gosh, cute.
And I'm pretty sure it came with chocolate that I already ate. Yeah, I did. It's not in there anymore, so we're just gonna go with that. And then November's came. I'm always a month behind. But this is November's, and it's kind of a takeoff on that one. Oh yeah, there was a chocolate in the other one, and I gave it to your dad in the stuffing.
Oh, it's a snow globe.
Isn't that
Oh,
cute?
that's
It's not
cute.
real big.
That's really cute.
And
You can probably
came
whip
with
that
a-
out real fast.
Chocolate lollipop
Oh,
and a little Christmas mouse.
oh, cute.
And then I think in the frame, they always come with it. If they're framed, they always
You always have like the finishing stuff in
finishing
it.
stuff. And let's see here. It matches the other month's fabric because it's along the same lines
Hmm.
last month's. Tee and the threads. Dad's like, this costs us about $40 a month. I said, I know, but I'm not really spending like a lot of money. I don't live by a cross stitch store anymore, and I haven't really been buying online because I've got so much. So that's pretty much my haul, except for one thing that was an accident. So go ahead and show your haul, then I'll explain my accident.
Okay, here, I'm gonna pass the dog back to you. Well, these were all from you, so you won't be surprised, but Mom gave me several little kits, patterns all kitted up. So we've got
It was so fun.
P's and Q's.
Yes, I hung it up.
So cute. And I think this is the fabric. They kind of came apart, but I think this was the fabric. Did you pick the gray blue for this one?
Probably.
And then
Double check.
these, I think these are the right ones.
Is it on a kind of a gray blue? I think I did for that one, yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think that's the one. Oh, here's here's another one. Midsummer Sprigs. ABC. This is Alicia Paulson. It's in the plastic.
We were on the same wavelength, I guess, on that one.
Same thing. Along with the fabric. And I think I don't know, were there 2 packets of DMC3 with this? I can't remember.
Probably it's Alicia Paulson, yeah.
She has like a million.
And I think that one calls for.
She always uses just a tiny bit of a million different threads.
Yeah, I think she called for some fancy flosses, but she had a conversion. I thought you do not need fancy flosses for all those little motifs.
Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine. Weeks Dye Works. You could use like, I know. Well, here I think I can show you the color key, right? That's not.
Yeah, I mean, if you had all those colors in your stash, great.
Like if I have any of these, maybe I'll pull them out.
Yeah,
I do probably have a couple of them. Grasshopper and so
yeah.
that's another fun.
And I figured you probably have floss, but this way it's all ready to go. You don't have to go.
It's all there because often, especially since the cat peed in my floss bin, I am down some flosses. So it's actually really nice. And this beautiful Dreaming of Sunflowers, which I love this one. I have Dreaming of Mums, but not all the pieces to it. And then in contrast, these huge pieces just have like a few threads. So fabric, floss, such pretty colors too. Oh, I love the colors on that one. And then this one, I remember putting this on my 1, 2, 3 because we sang this at our wedding. And I love it.
That's what it was. Okay. Is that My Big Toe, right?
My Big Toe.
Yeah.
Oh, I think one of
you
those.
you
Actually,
also
one
had
of those flosses is probably, that's probably.
You also had Beatitudes that Tina Stitches is doing, but I liked this one too. I thought I'm going to do this one.
The animals? Is that what you said?
Beatitudes.
Oh, the Beatitudes. Yeah, I liked them both. I think when I was, oh, maybe the flosses are, let me see.
That one doesn't have very many flosses. It has fancy flosses.
Fancy flosses. That's right. So that's that's where those went. So yay! When I was planning my Bringo board, I put some of those on there and was excited about that.
I know. I thought, oh, what better? I mean, that like dream gift to me.
And then did you have something from Kelly that you wanted to share at the same time?
Oh, I forgot to bring that over.
I'll just show mine then, unless you want to go get it. So
No,
my sister-in-law drew my name for Christmas this year. So she gave us both this. It's from Palmetto South Designs. I'm sure it's an Etsy shop or something. Like a stitching board. I don't really know what they're called, but it has like a place for you know, your threads that your end.
A little pin cushion.
A little pin cushion to stick your needles in. Place for your scissors. And then this is really cool. I had never seen this before. So I'm like, oh, I need to go look at her site and see. So your DMC can go on here. So it's a little, you know, thread, whatever you call those. And they can just sit right in.
So cute. And then she had our name put on it.
And then our stitch and stuff. Yours has a K, right?
Yes.
Said your background letter is a K. And
I think so. Yes.
That's what she told me. So unless
it does. You know, it's on my footstool in my bedroom. I just need to. I haven't put all my stuff away yet.
With flosses, you can put it on a ring. You could take it off the ring, and you can like just, you know, set it here. Your flosses will just sit. You just grab them, so you're not having to fish through your project bag.
So cute.
So I need some more of these. I need to go to her website and get a few more of these. That would be fun if I had a project that I was like a 25/7 project or something. I could.
Yeah, that you're just working on. Yeah.
So that was from my sister-in-law, which I love. I've already been using. It holds my scissors from falling on the ground all the time.
I know. Well, when I bought your patterns for you, I accidentally ordered 2 of one of them. So I ended up with one of them. This is my extra haul.
What are you doing? Dreaming of Sunflowers too. Maybe we'll have to do a Sal.
Yeah.
We did a Rosewood Manor Sal at one point, didn't we?
We kind of did, but we could maybe do another one. And I think a lot of people have various Rosewood Manors. I've got several of hers. I would love to work on my lilac one that I bought by her too. Oh, so pretty. Yeah, that is the haul. That is the whips. That is the.
So we don't have another giveaway for this video because at the end of the previous video that I'm uploading right now, we have a giveaway. I didn't grab it, but you can watch that video and see it and put your comment on that video. And then on our next video, I will draw for the winner of last time's giveaway. So there's just no new updates on giveaways on this video. Don't leave a comment about anything. I mean, do leave a comment, but not about giveaway. Tell us how you're doing.
Yeah. Tell us if you got any haul for your holiday.
Yeah, your favorite or any plans that you're kind of doing, because we are going to talk about plans. I probably have to finish kind of soon because we're in the middle of a Lord of the Rings marathon movie marathon that we started yesterday with all the extended edition Lord of the Rings. And so all afternoon yesterday into the evening, we got through the first 2 movies. And then this afternoon, we watched the 3rd. And we're about 3/4 of the way through that last movie. So we have to go finish that before bed. Time tonight.
I think we're going to do a Harry Potter marathon on New Year's Day.
Yeah, that was the other debate, was whether we wanted to do Harry Potter, but most of us
Dad doesn't, he gets kind of tired of when the Lord of the Rings, there's just, those ones don't hold him. He loves them, but a marathon of them, he gets antsy about them. But Harry Potter, he doesn't. So
He won't. What?
yeah,
I just cross stitched the whole time, so I've
but
made.
yeah, and that's just it. He doesn't.
And I wrote
have
our
that.
Christmas letter. Actually, we're a little behind. It was like the 29th, and I was writing our holiday letter and designing.
Yeah,
our
I
card,
didn't get a card from you yet.
I know I didn't have time to do it. And Costco usually does the cards, and they just quit doing photo, and they have a contract now for members to do it through Shutterfly.
Oh,
I didn't love, but I've like not used Shutterfly on purpose for a few years because I don't really love them, and they're a little more expensive than Costco is, but we used a discount code and it's fine. But you will be getting one eventually, but Shutterfly is also way slower than Costco ever was. So we will hopefully be getting our
do you
holiday.
have like a Walgreens or anybody?
They didn't have a way to do the kind of card I wanted. I designed my own card and I wanted to upload it and then just print it.
Staples?
Yeah, I didn't even really look at them. I should have. They were probably gonna be really expensive though. Our Staples has really expensive printing.
I don't know. Yeah, Dad's done a lot of stuff.
It'll just come when it comes, and we'll send it out.
I did. And I'm sure Shutterfly is super busy right now. I mean, this is the time of year where they're really busy.
But I did notice, I felt like we got a little bit fewer cards this year, and I kind of wonder if that's because Costco, the affordable option is no longer available.
We just did a letter and then just did a card. But I told Dad next year I want to do a picture.
Yeah, I like doing the picture card. Because we don't do a lot of mailings for our financial supporters because we're technically live as missionaries. So it's kind of the one a year that we put in the mail, and I always like to do it.
Yeah. And I like getting picture ones.
I do
it's
too.
that time of year for plans, though. Is everybody making plans for their 2024 stitching?
We have been. So we decided to not do WIPGO this year, which we talked about in our last video. And I don't know, were we toying and talking about doing the Whip Warriors? We talked about it on the last video that we were looking into it, but I don't think I'd even joined yet. And then Mom texted me one day and she goes, "What? You're doing the cruise?" So
the road trip. It's a road trip, but it starts with the cruise. Yeah,
that's right. You're right. We hadn't even talked about me doing the road trip. We were just going to join this Whip Warriors and do their easier.
And she was busy. I knew she was super busy. So I was like, okay, because you can only join that group. Like, I don't even.
There's a cutoff for the next year. And I was like, I'm doing it. I'm just doing it.
Yeah, but I texted her and said, if you're going to do it, you need to like sign up and figure out which stream you're going to do and blah, blah, blah. Anyway,
so I did that.
Intense group. If you don't know about them, I love it. I am in the mood for something intense. I think I just need a little kick in the butt to get some of these whips done. But it's run by, I think it was started by 2 Australian ladies. And then they've got a moderator in Germany and a moderator in the US this year. And yeah, so Sarah said, "Oh yeah, I want to do Whip Warriors." And then I was like, and then they were talking about just the Whip Warriors because they've got all kinds of games every month. You choose what you have to participate or you'll get kicked out because their whole focus is to help you get your whips done, right? So they do check to make sure you're stitching one activity at least one a month. I think you're supposed to do like 1,500 stitches a month or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, so they've got like a categories and a crossword, and they've got beat the Modmans when they stitch. They've got full coverage challenge. They've got Zooms. Anyway, a lot of stuff to choose from, right? And it could be overwhelming because it did take us a while to kind of figure out. But you could, as newbies, we could kind of play some of the games in December. We just wouldn't qualify for any prizes. And so I did categories and I loved it. I don't know, did you do categories?
I haven't done anything with the actual group because I joined and then I went straight over to the road trip and decided to do.
So then I was just kind of, and so they hadn't released the video about the new road trip for 2024. And I've heard like Candy Curve, the 614 Stitcher, talking about her road trip and other people. And I was always like, what is this road trip? And so they hadn't released really a lot about the road trip. And then all of a sudden they did. They kind of opened it up. And I was on my Facebook page and I saw a post pop up that Sarah had joined this road trip. And I was thinking the road trip sounded really intense. And I'm like, I guess I better do the road trip.
Didn't
I
want
said
to
to
do
my
the road
husband,
trip
I
this
said, Sarah's doing the road trip. I have to do the road trip now. He goes, well, you don't have to. I said, yeah, I don't want to miss out.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's kind of, I was trying to explain it to Jesse and I was like, it's like a role player game. Just imagine like it's a role
It is.
player game for stitching. Like you're taking a cruise from Alaska to Seattle. Well, okay, I'm not literally taking a cruise, but I'm pretending I am. And like events pop up and things that you have to do. And COVID broke out. And so some people got quarantined for COVID and had to do certain amounts of stitching in order to like basically kill time until the next event came around.
So
So
now we leave from Seattle to Hawaii, and then from Hawaii through some of the islands to get to Australia by the end of January.
so different like days have like you just work through the itinerary kind of as close to the time as you can and you can choose your stream. So like I stitch maybe 100 stitches a day in my regular life. I'm on Christmas break, so I stitch more than that right now. But when I go back to like school and stuff, 100 is easily attainable.
It's an hour.
So I mean, chose that stream, and so then all of my challenges are kind of tailored to be about that amount.
Yeah.
So that's
so if you wanted to pick the grand balcony room, you would have a higher stitch count requirement for your sightseeing day or your activity. And then like so basically you stitched for your room. So you picked what room you wanted. And I have an ocean view. Do you have an ocean view? 100 stitches.
Yeah, and you have to earn that room with
you earn that room by stitching 100 stitches. And then you had to stitch to, was it 300?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah. But it was based off the 100. Then you had to stitch, you got to choose what you wanted to stitch for your passport based on what your stitching average was. So you had to stitch to get your passport, and then then you show your progress, right? So you have underneath this event, you have your own little album going on, and you'll say, you'll have a reply to your initial comment, and it'll say, stitch my passport 1 hour or 100 stitches, and you show your beginning and ending of the project you worked on, those 100 stitches or whatever, or 300 or whatever. And then you just did that. And so then like, yes, this morning I had to stitch 100 stitches or an hour to get my COVID test so that I could then get on the ship because I had been quarantined. So it feels complicated, but then the more you're looking at it, and we figured it out. And they do videos. They're very supportive. And I feel like it's doable. And now I think with the longer cruise, because this Alaska cruise was very condensed because it was just kind of during this Christmas time for people that didn't have maybe a lot of Christmas activities and they wanted to have a stitching challenge. But some people got really, really anxious because they thought they had to be doing everything and they didn't need to be. But I think once we get on this longer cruise, there's more sea days where you're not having to, it's still always stitch at your own pace, but keeping up with the itinerary. So
it's been fun. And I think that's entirely why I've made so much progress on my just kind of, I needed to stitch 100 stitches to do this thing. And oh, well, I might as well do another 100 because we're watching.
That little Christmas piece with the little kids with the Christmas tree, I've used that for several 1 hour stints because it was an easy one to pick up and do an hour on. And I had a lot of progress in an hour on that little piece, because you can either count stitches or count hours. So I'm not a stitch counter because I'm all over the place. And so I'm like, well, I don't know. Am I going to sit here and count the 5 I did over here and the 10 I did over here and the 10 I'm not doing that.
And I just keep a running mental list of I just count as I go. And for the most part, it's easy for me, but I do a lot of mental math for school with the girls. So I hold those numbers. I wouldn't have been able to do that a few years ago, but just the amount of.
And I did kind of count the other day on my season of trees, and I was pretty close to 100 stitches took me an hour. I'm not a fast stitcher. I get distracted. We're usually watching TV, so.
I think faster than I realized because I can do 100 stitches in a half hour, maybe. Like even I used to be faster when I was doing the sewing method, but since my wrists started bothering me, I kind of felt like I was a lot slower, but I definitely chose to count my stitches because I can stitch I think quite a bit more than 100 per hour. So I can get people's kind of met.
So wish us luck on our cruise. And I'm wondering if anybody else joined. I know.
I haven't seen any other names that I recognize in the But you can also join the road trip and not do all the cruising.
Yeah.
So the road trip actually in Australia doesn't start until the end of January or something.
Yeah. And you can just do with Warriors and not do the road trip at all. You just do the
Yes.
puzzles every month and just keep working on stuff.
Right.
And then we're both doing Ringo.
Ringo through Magazine Monthly. Here's
Mhm.
the board. How you
scribbled
put together
this.
with all the different prompts. I have a couple of to be determined.
Yeah.
Slots, but
Did you fill out the December grid too, or the January grid?
for the actual Magazine Monthly challenge,
Yeah.
I did not. I might.
I'm probably not gonna, since I'm gonna be doing
But I
Ringo.
think
I would,
last year, yeah, I think it might be a little too much for me to keep track of that.
and I would just be putting the same stuff on it. And to be honest, because I joined, I also, did you join Melanie Watkins' Year of Whips?
well, yeah, I think so, but I haven't watched her video. So I don't really know what I'm doing.
She's running that event, and you pick
I want to do that one.
you pick some whips that you want to work on, and she does do a drawing, like there's a prize at the end of the year, I guess, but you have to commit, you can commit to X amount. Now somebody said you have to complete half of what you put on there, but I don't think that's true. I think I asked her, and you have to complete 6 of them. So like you could have 16 whips in your album, and you're only required to finish a certain amount. I'd have to go back and look now. And she did answer my question. And if you're watching, Melanie, I don't know if you watch us at all, but if you are, I'm sorry, I don't remember the exact details. I need to go back. I've been so wrapped up in the Whip Warriors and Whip Year of Whips doesn't start till January 18th. It runs from January 18th to December 18th. So it starts on her birthday and ends on my birthday. So, hey, yeah. So I'm pretty much just crossing over. The whips that I have in hers, I've also got in Whip Warriors. So double the motivation to get these done.
Yeah, I do want to do hers. I just haven't. I knew it started.
And I picked some smaller ones that have just been languishing that I know I can get done, that I just want to get done, and I picked some bigger ones.
Yeah.
I do have a new start that I'm going to start either tonight or tomorrow. It's my yearly. So I'm going to do what I did last year. I'm going to try to commit to my seasonal Quakers every month.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to bring back my shepherd's bush ornaments that I stopped working on in October, but my seasonal piece, I've done monthly pieces, but I'm going to do a seasonal piece this year. Whoops.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a different kind of thing for me because it's a monochromatic, and I've talked about it before. It's Jardine Privé's Quakers. So
Jardin Privé.
Huh?
In my haul that I forgot to show because I was showing your things.
You do?
I picked up this when I was placing.
Oh, that's right.
And I just got some white 32, I think, 28 count that I'm going to do. And I just haven't started it yet. I was kind of thinking I'd put it in my January. It might be a new start option on
this one.
So you're starting the monochromatic ones from them.
I am. So the winter one is done in a blue, I believe. I've got it. Just DMCs.
Mm-hmm.
So this is it. Little funky snowman there. Mm-hmm. That's winter. Spring is green. It's got a bunny, flowers. Summer is red.
Pretty.
Not showing red, but and then autumn is brown. That little squirrel. And I'm doing them like this.
Oh yeah, that's right. All along one side.
Yeah, and they do give the directions on how to space them. And I'm doing them, wish me luck, on 36 count antique white linen.
That is little.
So I didn't want it to be huge. And these are my colors. Basically, I'm using a 815, 936 for the green, 3781 for the brown for fall, and 3768 is kind of a blue gray for winter.
That's pretty.
So I've been dying. I collected these over the summer, and I've been making myself wait for 2024 to start this, but I love it so much that when we moved, I like didn't pack it. I had it in my tote bag with other things that I was working on because I didn't want to lose it. I didn't want to risk losing it. It's like it was like my little precious project.
Oh my
So
God.
I think I'm gonna, because on the road trip, they didn't do any special New Year's Eve activities on the ship. They just have regular sea days, but they were gonna do New Year's Eve activities. But when I asked where the list was, somebody said, "Oh, we're not doing them. People are complaining that they had to do their COVID stitching, and so we're just not going to do extra New Year's Eve projects." So I'm going to make my own, and it's going to be this new start, my New Year's Eve activity. Yeah,
We're having a party, so I'm probably not going to have a new start. But
I'm taking down Christmas tomorrow morning and putting up winter.
Oh yeah.
But that shouldn't take me too long. Yeah, what are you having for your party? Who's coming over?
I'm not sure. Just a few people so far have responded yes. Several people are sick, so they're not able to come or things like that.
I didn't tell this story. So when my son and daughter-in-law and baby Junie came to visit, they pulled in on a Saturday, and Sunday morning, Daddy, my son, had to fly to Miami for a business trip, and he was going to be gone from Sunday until Wednesday. And so we thought, okay, that's fine. He'll get back on Wednesday, plenty of time for Christmas and fun stuff. I was sitting on my couch on Tuesday night, and my daughter-in-law Cassidy got a text from him saying, "Oh, F, I'm getting sick." And he gets sick every time he travels. And I thought, oh, well, he's probably got a cold from flying, But then the next day he's like, "I can't go into the office with my coworkers because I have a fever and I have the chills and I'm really sick and I'm really sick." And we're like, "Oh no. Oh no." And so I'm like, "Oh, it's probably just the flu. It's probably just a bug. It's just a bug." So he flew in like at 11 o'clock Wednesday night. So my husband and Cassidy drove down to the airport to get him. It's about an hour and some change away. They came back and he looked rough. And I had put a COVID test box up in the bathroom. And so, because with my dad here, especially, they were really worried. My dad got his booster a month ago and he had COVID in March. I really don't worry that much about my dad. He barely had symptoms when he had COVID. This guy is healthier than a dang horse. Anyway, they were really worried. So they go upstairs, and I went upstairs to do something, and I was going to talk to him, and I could hear them both in the bathroom. And all of a sudden, she comes running out and she goes, "He's got COVID." I mean, he took that test and that line came through so fast. We're like, crap. So he quarantined up in our guest room from Wednesday night until pretty much New Year's Eve day. But it took it out of him. But he was definitely better. I mean, I would say he ran a fever and didn't feel really, really good Thursday. Friday, he was feeling a little bit better. Congestion was better. But he's really fatigued, super fatigued. And but my dad never even asked, he said, "Where's Andrew?" I said, "Oh, he's just upstairs." But he did not want to tell my dad because he would freak out.
He didn't know. He didn't know.
He did not know that Andrew had COVID in the house.
Oh, he's just upstairs. You're just not going to see him for 4 days.
Because we just said he's just got a bug. He's just quarantining. He got a really bad cold. That's all we told my dad, because he would fixate on that. He would worry himself sick about it. And I just thought, you don't need to worry about it but then you guys, the next day, or one of the days, was it Thursday? I think it was Thursday. We were going to go shopping, and our second car was down at our son who lives in Indy's house. He took our car home because they needed more room to bring stuff up for Christmas because their car was going to be too small. So we were down to one car, and then my son and daughter-in-law's truck, which is a big old diesel truck. So we were going to go shopping, and so she put the car seat in the car. The car seat was already in the car because we'd already gone shopping once, that they took to the airport and put sick daddy in the back seat. But we were going to go somewhere the next day, so we literally were out there just spraying Lysol all in the car, all over everything, all over the car seat. I just don't want to take a chance that there's still I had windows open, garage door open, trying to air the car out. And so then when he finally got out of quarantine and came downstairs that night, my son and daughter-in-law from Indianapolis came up to spend Christmas Eve with us. And he was sleeping in the room that they were going to stay in. So we had to strip the bed. The windows had been open for 2 days. Luckily, it hasn't been very cold here. We were Lysoling the mattress, washed all the bedding, washed it. So far, nobody's gotten sick.
Good.
Yeah. But I was like, that dang COVID, that's 2 Christmases now that it's made an appearance in our family.
Mm-hmm.
And that poor kid, he has gotten all his shots.
Mm-hmm.
He got a booster last year because he was traveling to Thailand. No. Where did he? Malaysia or somewhere for work. And my daughter-in-law made him get his vaccine. And he has the worst reaction I have ever seen from those shots. He's in bed for at least a full 2 days with the chills, the aches, and then he still gets it.
I know.
And he's flying to China in February. He goes, I'm not getting that shot.
At least he's just recently had it. He'll be very.
Yes. But my daughter-in-law was like, I don't want, before he got it, she was like, he's getting that booster. I don't want him getting to China and then getting COVID there, not being able to get home. Just don't tell anybody. You just get on the plane. Nobody's checking you anymore.
Yeah, that'd be stressful.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, so that was our little funny Christmas story. What Grandpa doesn't know won't hurt him.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm
sure it was already hard for him because Junie had a cold, and she was coughing and sneezing all over the place. Like, it's a kid. Anyway, so those are our plans. Bringo
and Whip Warrior stuff.
And Year of Whips with Melanie Watkins. Check out her website is on Facebook is Soulful Stitcher.
Yeah.
Stitcher or Soulful Stitching? One of the other. I can't remember.
I think it's Stitcher, but I don't.
And I think you can still join her group. So if you want a kind of a whip group, it would support you. And I think she does a few activities too throughout the year. Not as many or as intense as Whip Warriors because they're intense.
There's a lot going on. They have a lot planned.
Well, you better go get to your movie.
Probably go. Yeah, we should probably go watch our movie here. But
we
thanks
love you.
For watching.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. And enjoy your 2 fun videos.
Yeah, we'll see you in 2024.
Oh gosh, crazy. Happy stitching.
Yeah. I was just thinking, I just turned 62, so I don't have as many years to work.
That's true.
I only have 4 more years to work, you guys, instead of 5.
Yep, that's true. I was going to have 5 recording and I was like, happy stitching. And you were like,
sorry. I was just thinking about 2024.
Pretty sure she doesn't want to leave the end of the video like that.
Sorry. I was just thinking about 2024 and how we're just marching through the 2020s here.
Yep, we are.
Insane. Anyway, yes. Happy New Year, everybody. We love you.
Yes. And